It's official. The Origin of Energy Ancient event is confirmed. So thank goodness we will not be having a Void event next, but we have the first Energy Ancient Dragon revealed to us here, which kind of looks like some sort of wolf boy. But you can see that there's like energy flying off of him. Well, I guess I should say like lightning. I don't know. But either way, this is the new dragon, or one of the new ones that will be coming in the new Ancient event after the Primal event is done. And so they're saying that it might help you make a better decision on what the third element is for this Energy Ancient, because they said that if you can guess the elements, then they'll reveal the Ancient tomorrow. Which doesn't really matter. But they did have this video here where it was this guy, but just not really, you couldn't really see very much. So that other image definitely gives us a lot more of a look, like you can see the colors, the shades. I could see it being a light energy dragon, which would be pretty good. I could see it being a shadow dragon even. Honestly, I could see it being a few different elements. I'd say mainly wind, light, shadow is probably my guesses for this dragon, but kind of a cool looking dragon. I wouldn't say he looks very ancient-y to me. I'm not particularly into the design, but at least we know it's confirmed that the next Ancient event is going to be an energy one. And so, this is going to make a lot of people think, what's going to be coming back? I doubt that Oira is going to be coming back because it came back not that long ago. But one dragon that I think has a good chance of coming back is Mr. IK'EZ. And honestly, IK'EZ has been an absolute star for me for a long time now. I think IK'EZ is a really good pickup for a lot of people. That double AoE is really, really strong. So that could be a really insanely good dragon that might come back, and people might want to throw that in their teams. And then obviously we're going to have all of the other new Ancients. So we'll have to wait and see what their elements are going to be. Maybe we'll have... Well, I doubt we're going to have a Water Energy Ancient, but maybe an Earth Energy Ancient, maybe? I guess we'll have to wait and see for now, but it's confirmed, it's coming, so there's no more need for speculating. But, of course, on top of that, we've got the new week. We've got Rastafari as the Dragon of the Week, because that was the one that was voted for the most. So you have the chance to get this dragon if you want to with War and Plasma. But the other noteworthy thing from today is the fact that we have the Revamped Dragon's Delight. And in this event, of course, it's mainly the same in terms of the event structure. You get items and you give them to dragons to make them happy. We've got the leaderboard prize being the Borealis dragon, which obviously you got to fight other people for that one. And then we've got Engine as the 3,750 milestone dragon. But we've also got 50 gems at the 2,750 milestone, which is really, really tempting. And plus 1,000 season points isn't too bad if you don't really breed very much and you've only got one den like me. But in terms of this event itself, you know, we do have the 8-hour refreshes, which means that even though I was pretty late coming home, I can still make this refresh, whereas if it was a 6-hour, I wouldn't have been able to make it. So already I am reaping the benefits of this new system that they have implemented. But overall, I would say the changes, we'll have to play them first to determine how good they actually are, obviously. Because it's no point just speculating everything. And oh my goodness, why do you want so many keys? What are you obsessed with keys? Too bad we got that Joker item there. I was gonna say I really, really do not want to have to give it up. If possible. If possible. But I probably should have fed the legendary, but I was going to see if we could potentially fill up that bar, but I don't think that we're going to have a chance here. But of course, as always with these events, you do also have the option of re-rolling a dragon. So like, for instance, we could re-roll this guy, and then you'd have to wait an hour. I'm going to skip it once, and one time only. and then you see what comes out next, for example, and then here we could go like here, feed the Joker item, and then, you know, we can keep going without having to trash. As always, it's not really a fantastic idea to trash unless you are like super duper desperate because you're just wasting event currency. But, you know, especially with the bar and how it works, at least it doesn't go down quite as quickly as it did before, because that was a big major gripe of a lot of people. But now it's easier to build up the bar because it doesn't go down as quickly, and we're guaranteed a Joker item every 25 items. So there are a lot of good changes that have come in this event. So, you know, some people like to just stack up all of their currency so that they can go for big bonuses with this, you know, the meter. But, you know, depends on how you want to play it, really, to be honest. And depends on how lucky you get with some of the item drops, of course, as well. But hopefully this should be a more enjoyable version of this event, because I know I absolutely hated what they changed it into. It was just terrible. Did not enjoy one bit. But let's see if we can get some more items in here. We've got double Jokers. This is a time where you'd want like a divine to come in, but it looks like that's not going to happen. So I guess we'll just feed one of these and see if we get like a divine or something. No? Oh, and then we've got Frenzy. Come on, give me a big dragon. No! It's not going to give me the big dragons when I want them. And now it's going to give them. Yep, of course it is going to. But, you know, it's the same as always. You feed the dragons items. You try and take advantage of the bonus time frame. And then sometimes you'll come to a situation like this where you're getting closer and closer. Like, oh my god, am I actually going to be able to do this? Or am I going to have to trash while the Frenzy bar's on? Oh no! So they do try to, you know, add the, I guess the, what's the word I'm thinking of? Oh my goodness, I cannot think. Just in general, I cannot think. I do not think. I never think. The pressure. That's what I was trying to think. The pressure. That's what I wanted. But, you know, try and take advantage of the frenzy bonus, obviously. Oh, damn it, I shouldn't use that Joker item. Because you do get ×3 points, obviously. I'm just playing this kind of casually and slowly just so that you can see what I'm doing here. Whereas if I was playing on my own, I'd be going like pew, 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 pew. But I don't think that's going to be possible, especially while I'm trying to speak at the same time. But, you know, if you've never seen this event before, I hope you sort of get the gist. It's not super complicated or anything like that, but at the same time, you know, there is going to be a lot of luck that comes into play, and oh my god, we've got so many books. Why do we have so many books and no one wants any books? Well, I guess Cockrell wants some books now. And then, look, you'll get lucky sometimes. Like, I've been pretty lucky so far with the drops, but you're inevitably going to come to a time when you're not going to have anything else that you can do apart from refresh or trash. And so, in those cases, like here, you gotta refresh or trash, really. But I would say that overall, the event is the same as it was. I will leave my overall judgments towards the end of the event, because I don't want to make too many judgments quite yet. But I'd say give it a go, at least. I'm going to. And if it's good, especially with these 8-hour resets, you know, maybe we can actually come back to Dragon's Delight events again, which would be pretty crazy, because I thought I was never going to play one of these events ever again. But, of course, on top of that, make sure you're collecting all of your extra currency from the tasks at the bottom as well. So all the breeding, the catching, collecting food, we got all of that to do. And we got treasure hunt to still continue on with as well. I've only got 2 amulets because I haven't spent any of my currency yet. And oh my goodness, I have not been doing any clan event. Should we do some clan stuff? Because I never do any clan stuff. Let's do some clan stuff. I forget, you know? It's just so easy to forget. Let's enable VIP for the first time in like 2 weeks. But I guess this will keep me logging in for now, you know, after having, unfortunately, come back and seeing treasure hunt be exactly the same. You know, I think having some good things come in, like these Dragon's Delight changes, is actually really important. Because I know a lot of people are really, really annoyed after what they did with treasure hunt and other things, obviously. So, Gameloft, keep going with testing out these different timers, as in reset timers. Keep doing that, more of that. I've been saying it for such a long time that fundamentally these events just don't work when they're based around 6-hour resets. And honestly, if they could do the same thing for Ancient Event, I think that they could pull a lot more people back. The question is it too little too late? I don't know, I think for some it definitely is, but having 8-hour resets for an entire month-long event is just so much better than 6 hours. Like, you just can't do anything with 6-hour resets. It's just terrible. Like, most people, if they actually have things to do in real life, they just can't stray from basically going from school or work to home. That's it. That's all you can do. You are legally not allowed to do anything else in your life. That is if you play on PC, obviously, like me. If you've got your phone, you privileged mobile users, then yes, you can log in while you're outside. But I spend all of my outside time playing Pokemon Go, so it's not like I'd be logging into DML anyway. You know, I say that, but it's actually true. I probably would not be logging into this game if it was on mobile, and it was the only platform that it was released on. Not that I'd ever want to, because this game plays horribly on mobile. And plus the whole free-to-play ad thing. You know, if you're free-to-play on PC, you actually don't get huge annoying ads all the time. Well, you didn't used to. Whereas if you play on mobile, you get huge ads that pop up on your screen like every 30 seconds, and it's like impossible to play. Yeah, I put up with that on an alt for far too long. I don't know how I did that, but it makes me feel sick even thinking that I sat there on an alt account and I'd let those ads come into my face every 30 seconds. Please don't take those words out of context and cut off the end, or I will cut and end you. But anyway, I said I was going to do a little bit of the clan stuff. You know, we can get multiple events done at once, and with all of these item collects and such, obviously you've got to be aware of this event going on and the Dragon's Delight. For collecting food, you're not going to finish all of it with 1 hour food, but you can get away with it with 6-hour food. Then obviously we're going to have all of the gold collecting, and then the most annoying one is going to be that breeding, which, you know, you can breed war dragons if you really want to, but realistically we should be going for 300 points worth, which if we bring up our lovely, lovely, trusty event guide, we should be able to achieve that with a Lumino dragon. So that's going to be fire and void. And we just breed that forever and ever and onwards. And that should net us, it's not, because they change the earnings all the time. But, you know, something around that. Like, if you're a free-to-play player without VIP on, for example, that's pretty much as high as you can go without actually keeping it. So I guess the next highest one would be Solar and Shard. If you go for those two, then you'll probably be able to get the full event points every single reset. Obviously, if you got 2 dens, then it's going to be a different story altogether. But overall, I would say I'm feeling pretty positive, and I have not said that about Dragon's Delight events in a very long time. So we'll see. We'll see how it pans out. If it's actually terrible still, and the earnings don't really reflect the 8-hour resets properly for earnings, and it turns out to be like the treasure hunt event, then sure, let's poop on it. But for now, I will complain about the fact that creature spawning still doesn't work, and it's been how many years now? Like 3 years, and they haven't fixed it. That I will complain about. And then we do have premium offers in the Whale Mart, well, Sail Whale, and it looks like they're actually making the 2 element dragons quite cheap. 75 gems. It is only a 1-day breeding token, but 75 gems, you know what, I can support that. Maybe 50 gems would be more reasonable, but 75 gems for an extra dragon for your collection, you know, I can get behind that. That's fine. Take the gamble. Will you win? That's a good question. Only you can really, you know, play it and find out for sure. So, I guess for now, enjoy your DMLing and all of your eventing. Let me know how you feel about the Dragon's Delight changes so far and how you're feeling about the Energy Ancients being the ones to come in the event next. But we got quite a few things going on. Clan, Treasure Hunt, Dragon's Delight, and then, I gotta hatch another dragon. I hate this quest. Why do I have to hatch 2 dragons? It's just so very annoying. You know, 1 is fine, 2 is just, 1 I can normally do just by, you know, breeding and hatching from the hatchery, but no, not hatchery from the breeding den, but no, not allowed. We do also have Dragon's Horde stuff going on, and so we can collect this free stuff, but then eventually it's going to be pay only, but we do get free VIP tickets, so definitely recommend that. The rest of these are garbage. Don't buy these. Don't get hooked. Don't get hooked by it. Remember, clam on sale is your friend. When this bad boy goes on sale, that's what you want to be buying. You don't want to be buying the other stuff. You want to be buying clam. That is what you want. And I guess for now, we will do just a few of these dungeoneerings, just because why not? I didn't do dungeon last week. Might as well at least get some stepping stones and open some chests, because even if you hate dungeon, you can at least get some runs done really quickly. Especially with fire dragons, they just absolutely decimate everything, like, oh look, everyone's dead! Everyone died! Lovely. Lovely. Man, I love having double fire dragons. It's just so easy. You can just go, all 3 of you gone. All 3 of you dead. It's just fantastic. You know what I mean? The simple things in life. But, of course, we've got, like, what, 14 days until the Ancient event is coming, roughly. So, now you should definitely be trying to save up your gems, because on average I say that a normal player that has a reasonable team, a good dungeon team, should be saving up 1,000 gems for the major events, as in the month-long Ancient and Divine events. Because, well, you're probably gonna need that many gems, and if you're not gonna need quite that many, you don't want to take the risk. It's not worth the risk, so you might as well play it safe. That's my ethos. Anyway, because why not? You don't want to be taking risks, as in not achieving your goals and not getting the dragons that you want, so it's much better to go into these things while being prepared than not being prepared. Seen lots of people just assume that they're gonna do really well and get all the dragons that they want, and then they end up walking away with like 1 bad ancient or 1 bad divine in these events, and then they're like, oh my god, what happened? It's like, did you prepare? Well, no, I didn't think I was gonna need to. It's like, well, that's where you screwed up, isn't it? That's where you screwed up. Also, kind of sucks having this team in here when Nessa isn't here. I hope that Emroja dies quickly. I'm supposed to be the lover and the trainer for Emroja, and I'm like, please can you die? Like, die a little faster, please. Begging him to die so that we can actually get a healer in. Not that we're gonna be able to use him though. Actually I said him. My Nezha, if you didn't know, is canonically female. Because real Nezha is canonically male, mine is female. I'm just putting it out there in case you didn't know that. But yeah, I'm obviously not focusing on this run too much, if you couldn't tell otherwise. Because normally I get like 35 KOs in the first run. Whatever, doesn't matter. Does not matter to me. We got that done. We've also got arena fights to do. Man, it's just everything with VIP on. There's just, actually, let's go do our sigil stuff. How about that? Should we do that? Let's go sigil. Let's finish the sigil map. You know, the last time I finished the sigil map, I think was about 4 months ago. I don't know why, because doing sigil fights is really important for extra sigils, but it's so boring. It's so very boring. And I have not been playing these fights optimally at all, so where do we get? We should not be anywhere near a good score. Where are we? Yep, I've got my bonus points. Fantastic, lovely. Where are we? See, why am I second? I know that this technique of finishing late works, but it shouldn't work this well when I've literally not even been, like, paying attention, and a lot of the time I've just been auto-battling by accident in these fights. But now we can go back into the fights and actually try and finish them properly and not be dumb about it. Because that's what you have to do. If you want to— No! Auto, why? Just as I say that. And everyone's missing. This would have been such a good fight. We would have gotten such a high score as well. Ugh, I hate auto battle. I hate it. I absolutely hate it so much. It's because when you activate it for the map, it stays on for sigil. Oh my... You just one-shot me? Hello? Hello? I didn't know that was gonna happen. I didn't sign up for that. Well, that did not go to plan. Apparently it's still my high score. See, that shows you just how little I was focusing in these fights before. If I can literally have a dragon die and still that be my top score. But if you didn't know, you do get more points for finishing off later battles in the sigil map. So it's actually recommended for you to go through and finish the later fights off and try and get the highest score you can on them. So that's what we did. Now we're already up to 10.1 million, for example, so we can just keep trying fights again, getting more and more, getting a higher score, and hopefully we can stay within top 3 for those extra chests. But honestly, I'll just see where we end up. We've only got 2 days left to wait, so it is what it is. I doubt we'll be getting first. We could have probably if we actually played the fights properly, but hey ho! Spaghetti-o. Let us hope for a good ending to that. But anyway, I have ranted on for too long. We have a new dragon to hatch next time. I'm not going to do him yet, because why would I? And for now, good luck with all of your event progress and getting everything done. I hope that you get many amulets. I hope that you get many, many, many happy dragons. And at the same time, I guess, good day to you, my friend. Good day to you, my friend.